My name is Marv Fox Jr. and I have been training Corey since the latter part of the summer. We have put together a sample size of drills to kind of give you a feel for what we do. Some days we work on one concept and that's it, and it might be mid-range shooting. And then other days we may work on a lot of different drills that pertain to his game. And so I'll break down a lot of the drills that we're doing today. What you see him doing right now is form dribbling, transit form dribbling. He's just working on his moves. He's supposed to be going about 50% and just working on his form. It's also a way that he can get loose, get his body heated up, heat up the core temperature, work on range of motion and flexibility while still doing basketball-specific movements. So we have we have 7 moves that we typically execute, and it's the in and out, east-west drill, crossover between the legs, behind the back, Chris Paul and Manu Ginobili. 2 of those moves we didn't do today because he was just terrible, so we decided not to put him on. And then after that, we go into combination plays, and what you'll see him doing is putting together a lot of different moves, and I usually will call him out, and sometimes I'll just have him freestyle it, but it's 5 steps, and then he's got to maneuver the basketball and connect all these different moves in a seamless fashion without messing up. So this is how we warm up, and this is what he's doing right now. Transit form dribbling with combination plays. After transit form dribbling, what we'll do is we'll spread the chairs out a little bit more. So now it's transit form dribbling, reaction drill, and now he's got to go full speed. And we typically will I'll typically give him one move that he has to do in the middle. So he may do a in and out. Once he gets to that middle chair, he's got to cross over and then finish up with an in and out. So as you see in this drill, every time he gets to that middle chair, he's going to do a crossover. And that move typically is always the same. So now you're going to see him go between the legs, crossover, between the legs. So this is just a drill that we use to help him work on reaction time, being able to go full speed and put together those moves and stretch his body out just in a different way as opposed to the drill that he does when he's warming up. This is a somewhat of a conditioning / defensive drill where he's going to work on cutting the defender off, and then he's playing the passing lane. As soon as that ball bounces, he's got to come out of his stance and then explode to the basketball. So what you see the kid do, he'll close out. Now he's getting the help side. He's got to stop the ball. Ball bounces, and now you got to play the passing lane, get out on the open floor, and then finish with 1 to 2 dribbles from the half-court line. So here's Corey beating the defender in the stance, hitting the passing lane, and then going up for a layup. This next drill is a drill that I like to do to work on form shooting, but we're just doing it in a little bit a more active way. We spend so much time getting our bodies going and really working up a sweat that I don't want to go to a form shooting drill where they have to calm their body down, and then we got to worry about getting them psyched back up and getting the adrenaline flowing again. So we just try to keep everything going at a pretty high pace. So what we do is we go from the elbow to below the block, 2 to 3 hard dribbles, elevate, and shoot. This also helps him work on his form shooting, helps him work on his mid-range game, and just trying to do drills that make his shot consistent no matter where he's on the floor. So after we go from the elbow to the block, we'll then go elbow to elbow, and the goal is for him to go straight to the sideline and then pivot, aggressively elevate, and knock a shot down. And this also will help him with his mid-range shooting when he comes off of pick and roll situations. So you're going to see Corey get kind of hot. He likes to dribble with his left hand and then rise up. And typically when he gets to the left block, he typically shoots a higher percentage than he does. When he gets to the left elbow, he shoots a higher percentage than he does when he goes to the right. But, you just got to get confident in his ability to make shots. He hasn't made shots in 4 years when it really counted. And so the biggest thing with Corey is to psychologically help him believe that he can make shots, when there's money on the line. Here's a drill that I came up with Corey because his feet were hurting and he couldn't do a lot of contact stuff or a lot of high intensity stuff. So we started working on this drill to help him working on his handle. He's working on turning the corner, which he can turn the corner at any place on the floor, but just working on turning the corner with the contact. And then once he squares up, it becomes a pick and roll situation. He's got a big on his hip. How is he going to get separation from that big to get his shot off? So you'll see him dribble up, full speed, turn the corner, and then all based on what type of contact I'm giving him, he has to decide what is going to give him the best opportunity to make a shot in his sweet spots. And that's typically from elbow line to elbow line. And then if I send him back to the sideline, typically he's got to find a way to get to this area on the floor where, again, he shoots a lot of shots and can hopefully shoot a high percentage. So these are what we call it the attack zones or the kill boxes for being a point guard who can get to the paint and hit mid-range shots. So this is a drill where now he'll come off the screen and I'll give him a bunch of different reads. Sometimes I'll go under, I'll go over. Sometimes I'll hedge. And he just has to read the situation and hopefully make good decisions and find ways to score. And those two chairs are there, help side defenders. And so he's going to walk his man down, he's coming off the screen, big shows. He's running back to the lane, and that's a shot that Corey knows he's got to make and make it with a high level of consistency. So here I am playing underneath to see if the big can shoot it. Missed a shot. Corey's going to go down, set his defender up. He's coming up. That was a misread. Corey probably should have attacked the defender, being that if that's a big stepping out, he should be able to get past him if he's at that distance. But you don't want to get too complicated and make everything such a huge calculation. But at the end of the day, it's just got to make shots and make them at a high clip. I'm going over this big boy ball. He gets the defender on his backside, gets to the open area, and then scores. This is the other area on the floor that we work on a lot. If we're not working on the elbows, we like to get to that 15, 17 feet from the basket. So hopefully he can use the glass and give himself an opportunity to make shots. Corey's going to size him up again. He's coming up. That's a shot that he's got to make. That's a shot that typically he does a good job with, again, going to his right hand. He's not as good of a shooter, but he has improved vastly. His confidence has gotten improved, getting to that area and being able to make shots. But there's always room for improvement. And again, psychologically, I have to change it from the person he is now. Here's a hard show. He attacks the big, gets to a sweet spot, he knocks it down. But again, he was attacking with his left hand. Here's just a contact drill that sometimes, I encourage the guys to make shots, but really with this drill, it's just about being able to shoot with contact, and it's a conditioning drill, it's a strengthening drill, it's a core strengthening drill, it's a drill that helps them work on aggressiveness and physicality. And so, the guys are going to bang with one another, dribble, try to body the other guy out of the paint, and then work on rising up and shooting. That time, the big got the best of them. But this drill is all about finishing with contact. So as you can see, they're walking back because they're exhausted. We had a pretty tough day, but they're dribbling. He's trying to body the other guy outside the lane so he can score on his side of the basket. They weren't as physical as they should have been in this drill, but you can see that it's just a very taxing drill. It's very physical, especially when we've been going for about an hour and they've been going full speed, and now to have to spend the latter part of your workout banging against somebody else, it can be kind of grueling. But this is basically the fourth quarter. This last drill is a conditioning drill, and it's a
go get it.
Perimeter
boom.
It's a
Let it go.
Drill. Corey's got to be good in the corner.
One.
If he plays with a post, he's probably going to get a lot of shots in the corner. So this is Corey working on his conditioning, catch the basketball, square up, and knock it down. And so
three.
He got
Come on, let's go.
For a little bit. We did this twice. His first, he's supposed to make 8 shots.
Come on, 4. You got plenty of time.
60 seconds. Corey has yet to do that, but you know he
3.
has been
3